Good morning, welcome. My name is Shay. I'm going to be leading you through a fiery morning yoga flow. It's going to be quick, so we're going to get right into it. Start seated. You can sit on your shins or you can sit crisscross applesauce, whatever's comfortable for you. We're just going to start by taking 2 deep breaths. Close the eyes, relax the face. Deep inhale. Exhale, let it out. Again, inhaling in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Feel free to keep your eyes closed. We're just gonna take some circles with the torso. So inhaling as we pull forward and exhaling as we press back, kind of creating a little cave in the torso. Good. And reverse. This is waking up the spine, connecting you to your breath. Starting with some light movement just to warm us up. Okay, come back to stillness. We're going to move through breath of fire. So for those of you who might not know what breath of fire is, an easy way to describe it would be just forcefully exhaling the breath. So we're going to be pumping our navel, engaging the core. Don't worry as much about your breath in, more so focus on your breath out. It'll all kind of happen naturally, but you want that core to be engaged. You kind of want that pumping to happen. So you'll see as we go. Breath of fire is great for the morning. It's great to get the digestion going. It's great to engage your core and strengthen your core and just get that energy moving, get the fire going. You're gonna bring your hands, close the forefingers on top, leave the thumbs out and raise the arms up. Deep inhale. On your exhale, we're gonna begin. So keep that motion going, keep pumping. We're gonna go for about 30 seconds here. Inhale, the arms up, hold the breath. Keep holding, locking in all that energy we just created. And release. Exhale, shake it out. Coming into tabletop, we're gonna bring our wrists underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath of our hips. Keeping the core engaged, flat back. Just coming into tabletop, finding your strength here. Keeping the tops of the feet on the ground. We're gonna do circles here as well. So picking whatever direction you'd like, dipping into the hips, and then shifting forward onto your hands. Try to match your breath with the movement. So inhale as you pull forward, exhale as you push back, whatever feels good to you. And reverse. Good, good. Come back to stillness. Your knees moved away from each other. Kind of bring those in underneath of your hips. We're going to move into some cat-cow. So as you inhale, lift the head up. Drop the belly. Exhale, pull the belly in. Look towards your chest. Again, inhale, lift up. Exhale, dome the belly. Look inward. Move through a couple motions of cat-cow. Kind of wake your spine up. And feel free to add some organic fluid movements to this. So you can bend your arms, kind of move your torso in a circular motion, whatever feels good. Waking up the hips, wag the tail, just kind of move around. See what your body's telling you this morning. Listen to it. All right. So next we're gonna lift our left arm high, opening looking up to the side. Exhale, pull this arm through, thread the needle to the right. You can rest your head on the mat. You can stretch your right arm long, or you can bring your right arm behind your torso. Bring your right hand back to the mat, pressing yourself up out of this. Bring the left arm back up high, stretching, and then exhale, bring the arm back down, coming back into your tabletop. We're going to repeat that on the right side. So lifting up through the right arm, following the gaze, threading the needle through, resting that shoulder and the head on the mat, and then bringing your left arm wherever is comfortable. Doing a lot of twists in the morning is a great way to wake the body up, wake up the core. All right, bring the left hand back down to lift you out of this. Pulling that arm back up. Exhale, tabletop. We're now going to reach our arms forward, coming into puppy pose. So tent those fingers. Reach through the chest. You can lay your chin or your head on the mat. Feeling that stretch all the way through your armpits, through the chest. Breathing into the belly or to the back of your ribs. Begin to pull yourself forward, coming onto your belly. We're going to bring the hands to the outside of our mat and tent the fingers again. This is a spider cobra. So as you inhale, press the chest up. Exhale, dip your right shoulder to the mat, gaze to the left. Inhale, press back up, and repeat this on the opposite side. Continue this motion, just stretching through the shoulders here, opening up the chest. This is one of my favorite motions to go through. It just feels so good in the morning. And matching that breath with the movement. All right, come back up to center. Bring the hands closer to your ribs. We're going to press up into an upward facing dog. Inhale, curl those toes. We're going to press back into downward facing dog. If you want to come to your knees first and then press up, feel free to do so. Or you can come to downward facing dog right from upward facing dog. So just press back through the arms and find yourself here. Pedal out the feet, yawn the back of the legs, waking those legs up. Feel free to drop a heel, dip a hip. Listening to your body, figuring out what feels good, where's a little tight, roll the ankles, come up onto your tippy toes. I like just to freely move when I'm in my, especially the first downward dog of the morning, just kind of take note of what's happening in your body today. All right, we're going to begin to walk our feet to our hands, so slowly walking your feet to your hands. When you get just about there, we're going to move the feet hip width distance apart. I'm going to face you all just so you can see. We're going to grab the elbows and just kind of ragdoll here. So shifting side to side, just feeling that stretch in the back of the thighs. Kind of creating like a waterfall from the top of your hips or the top of your tailbone all the way down to your head. Just letting everything hang. Feel free to have a little bend in your knees. When you're ready, bring your feet a little closer together. We're gonna slowly rise. So vertebrae by vertebrae, just slowly lifting. Your head and your neck are the last things to lift. Inhale when you get there, and bring both your hands to your heart center. Set an intention for today. Visualize yourself accomplishing whatever it is, or accomplishing doing absolutely nothing, because that's accomplishing something too. All right, deep inhale, we're gonna bend the knees and rise tall. Exhale, fold forward. Forward fold. So coming back to the front, if you moved with me, if you're already there, great. We're gonna plant the hands and step back into our plank. When you're here, find your strength, find your core, turning on the core. Shoulders are over your wrists. And find comfort in the uncomfortable here. When you're ready, we're gonna slowly bend the elbows, coming down to a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release onto your belly. Press up on your inhale. And exhale, curl those toes. Again, you can come to your knees first. We're coming back into downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Lifting your left leg high. We're gonna bend the knee, bring the ankle to your bum, and then we're gonna just roll this leg around. So opening up this hip, just saying good morning to it. Could feel tight, it could feel loose. Just moving in whichever way it feels good. Sometimes I like to stretch a leg long, moving all around, just seeing what feels right. All right, square off those hips. So when I say that, that just means point both eyes of the hips forward towards the mat, so leveling them off. We're gonna exhale, bring the foot between the hands, and then you're gonna lower that right knee, untuck the back toes, coming into a low lunge. So when you come into a lunge, find your comfort. So you need to widen your stance, kind of bend into the knee a little bit. If that feels tight, back out of it. I like to find my center when I come into a lunge. So sometimes it takes me a second. But yeah, just kind of dip in and dip out, see what feels good. And don't forget to breathe. Bring the arms high. We're gonna tilt over to the left side, opening up that right hip. And breathe into it. Come back to center. Exhale, bring the arms to the mat, lengthen this left leg. Feeling that stretch all the way through the bottom of the leg, through those hamstrings. Next, we're gonna bend and flex the foot. We're gonna shift forward, coming into a runner's lunge. So picking that knee off the ground, low runner's lunge, stepping the right foot to meet your left at the front of the mat. We're coming into a malasana squat. So find yourself here. This is a great way to open up those hips. And if this is uncomfortable for you, feel free to just kind of come into this low squat here. We're just gonna find a breath here. Inhale, exhale, release. We're gonna press through the feet, coming to stand. So pressing all the way up, just like a regular squat. We're gonna come back down. So you can either come back down into a malasana squat, or you can just come back down to a regular squat, if that's what's comfortable to you. We're gonna move through 5 motions of this. So powerful, fast, bringing the fire. All right, let's go. All right, coming back into your malasana squat, plant the hands, find your plank. Stepping both feet back. You can jump there as well. Again, pausing here, feeling how it feels, and just finding that center, even in the difficulty. Lowering for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once you find the mat, press your body up, inhale, and exhale, curl the back toes, downward facing dog. Breathe, pedal out the feet. We're gonna bring the right leg high, bend that knee, ankle to the bum, and then roll that leg around, opening up the right hip this time. Again, feel free to stretch your leg long, do something wonky, just see how it feels. All right, level off the hips, bring the right knee into the chest, step the right foot forward, lowering the left knee, untucking the left toes, low lunge on the right side. So again, find your stance. Sometimes I notice that I'm just widening that stance because I can find more stability here, and if that's you, that's great. So bouncing in and out of this, taking note of how this hip is feeling. It could be different than your right. All right, bring the arms high. We're gonna tilt towards the right side, deepening that stretch in the left hip. And coming back to center. Exhale, plant the hands, lengthen the right leg, stretching through the right leg. Feeling those hamstrings. If you bring that heel up, you're gonna feel a deeper stretch there. So pick your poison. And bend and flex the foot. By now, we're warm, I hope. We're gonna come into a runner's lunge, so tuck those toes, pick up that knee, stepping forward, Malasana squat. You know where we're going, so find yourself here. Let's take a deep breath, find our center. Exhale, let it out. Inhale again, and we're gonna begin. All right, push up. Your knees crack, it's normal. Keep going. Keep the core engaged. Arms are strong. 4, 3, 2, we're gonna stay standing, and 1, come to stand. All right, so we're gonna come to the side of our mat, widening that stance, coming long. We're gonna come into a wide leg forward fold. So your toes are pointed forward. You're gonna bend at your hips and just release your arms down. So once you're here, dip into each leg, dip into each hip, and just see what's happening. So you can grab onto an ankle, finding a stretch through your back. You can come into a basket headstand or a regular headstand if you're feeling crazy this morning. All right. And once you're here, we're gonna bring the toes out a bit, coming into goddess pose. So once you're here, bring your arms up, almost like a goalpost. And toes are pointed out. You can bring them in a little bit if that gives you more stability. We're gonna lift one heel at a time, bringing the arms here. Lift your left heel and the right. Left, right, left, right. You can also bring your hands to your heart center if that's what feels good. Keep going, I know it burns. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up, lengthen through the legs, star pose. Deep inhale, exhale, release, wide leg forward fold. Good job. All right, we're coming back up one more time into goddess pose. Again, you can tilt those Toes, pointing them more outwards, bending through the legs, come as low as you possibly can. And this time, we're just gonna pulse. Pulsing here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up, take a deep inhale, exhale, fold it forward again. Bring the feet closer together. And again, generous bend in those knees, just kind of let your back release. So when you are bending with your legs straight, your back isn't getting as much relief. And then when you bend those knees, you have more of an ability to just kind of relax your upper body. All right, coming into a seated position, we're going to sit onto our tailbone, lifting those legs up. If you want to have support on the back of your legs here, we're coming into boat pose. So whatever way feels comfortable for you, that's the way you should do it. If you want to let your hands go to the side, do your thing. So we're going to lift the legs and be here. I'm feeling warm, but I'm feeling strong. Keep that chest proud, keep the spine long, core is engaged. And breathe. All right, don't let go yet, don't leave me yet. Adding a little touch of spice, we're gonna lower the legs, lift the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Don't lower yet. We're just going to lower really slowly, lowering the legs and the chest all at the same time. And inhale, stretch the arms long, shake it out. Bring both feet onto the mat. We're going to windshield wiper the legs back and forth, stretching through the hips. And cross your right leg over your left knee, and then let both legs fall to the left side. Supine twist, we're gonna bring the arms long, and your gaze is gonna go to the right side. Find your breath here. Breathing into your belly, breathing into your ribs. Relax the face, soften the jaw. All right, coming back to center. Again, windshield wiper the legs. Now crossing the left leg over the right. Legs fall to the right, gazes to the left. Okay, coming back to center. Bring your knees into your chest. Bear hugging your knees together. And we're going to begin to rock and roll, coming up to a seat. It's going to be like a nice little massage for the spine. Coming into crisscross, kind of like a meditative position, whatever is comfortable for you. We're going to finish with one more breathing exercise just to keep our heart rate up, gonna propel us into our day. So you're gonna take your hands and clasp them together, and you're gonna twist. So when I say twist, I still want you to keep your core engaged. You don't have to twist your body. I want you to protect your back. So we're gonna inhale as we look left, exhale as we look right. And if you don't wanna move your head because that makes you dizzy, if you don't wanna twist that much, totally fine. You could just stay here, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. But if you do a twist, then keep that core engaged so that you're not hurting your back. All right. Inhale as we go left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale your arms high. Hold the breath. Locking in all that energy. Keep holding, keep holding. Exhale. Lower the arms. Shake it out. All right, bringing your hands to center. Thanking yourself for making it here today. For showing some love to your body. Taking note of this energy and passing it along throughout the day to whoever you can. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Subscribe if you want to follow along. I'll be posting more videos like this, and if you have any requests for some flows that you might like, let me know. Thanks, everyone.